a box with bands and chains. So, but I'm not ready to go total blaha yet. But there's a method to my madness. You know, everyone, you know, the biggest comment I see is, why waste your time with bands and chains? Just put more weight on the bar. For Christ's sakes, you guys sound like Big Brad Wolf. That's what he says. Look at his legs. So, take a look at some big power lifters that lift big weights. They use bands and chains, at least one of the two. So, plus, I think bands and chains make training more fun because, you know, you're not down at the bottom thinking like you're going to die with a ton of weight on you at the bottom. It gets harder as you stand up. So, doing a speed day on bench with chains and bands is fun too. I just don't really trust my pec yet with that. I think on my light bench day, I'm better off just doing reps to try and build up tendon strength than doing speed work. I need to get down to 200 pounds. You're full of shit, bro. I would be absolutely shredded like a pro bodybuilder at about 220. So go fuck yourself. Why would I want to lose muscle to get to be 200 pounds? You're just a troll anyway. I recognize your name. Bulgarian squats are the best for reps. I have no idea what that means, Scatman. Jay, there's lots of rumors floating around that you are a secret drinker now. Yeah, I know who started those rumors. A big fat ogre with a giant distended stomach that can't even lift weights anymore. It's also a fucking known homosexual. Is that where you get your information from? A known homosexual with a distended stomach? Come on, man. Be better than that. Oh. Huh. I don't know where you get off saying I'm 5'10". I'm exactly 6 feet tall. And I mean exactly. Father, you only live once, and your one life is sad and depressing. If you think so. I've lived more in this life already than most people live. Are you saying my life is sad and depressing because I don't do the cookie cutter thing? Get married, mortgage a house, finance a car, get married, finance my wife's car, pay for a bunch of little ungrateful kids. Come on, man. That cookie cutter lifestyle is very unfulfilling. Talk to some dude who's divorced, paying child support, and had to move out of that house and can't afford to finance a car anymore, drives a piece of shit. Talk to him about that cookie cutter dream. See what he has to say. Don't take my word for it. Talk to a guy living that dream who had that dream broken, shattered. You want to learn about life? Sit down at the bar next to a guy who's paying child support. He'll tell you all about life. Oh. Steel Reserve says, my brother was happy until he married, has everything like Brad, yet is never happy. In fact, he is a lot like Brad. Well, I'm telling you, Working your ass off to provide for other people and have everything fucking financed and having to make those payments every month is stressful. What happens if you lose your job? The bank takes everything away and you have nothing. Nothing. That hot piece of ass you got is down the road. Once the repo man takes away her car, she doesn't need you anymore. She can go to the bar that night and find some fool. Nordic curl versus glute ham raise. Which is better for hamstring assistance work? I have no idea what any of that means. Saturday, when I did legs, I did those 12 sets of two with the banded and chain squats. And then I did 3 sets of 12 on the hack squat for quads. And then I left. I only did 2 exercises. I didn't do a third exercise because I wanted my hamstrings to be fresh. I would have normally leg pressed and done some leg curls, but I said, screw it. I really want to improve my reps with 405 in the deadlift on Tuesday. So I want my hammies and my glutes I wanted them fresh. So get yourself a cold one, Father. Yeah, that's just short term. Uh, you do cheat days, Father? Not really. I'd love to maybe order a pizza and get a half-gallon of ice cream for a good football game. Are you ever afraid of a shortage of TRT? The only way that could ever happen is if the underground labs, if their supply of raw powders from China gets disrupted. So you really should have a year's supply of TRT in your kitty. If you've got 10 ml vials, you might want 5 of them tucked away. So you got a year's supply of TRT. That's probably a good thing to do. A lot of people can't afford that, but that should be your goal, to have 5 vials of testosterone on backup. Chief Stogie pulled 455 at a body weight of 175. That's fucking pretty good. I don't know how old you are, but that's pretty good. You would compete in the 181s. I don't know how old you are, but if you're a young man, you'd get killed. Some of those guys are pulling well over 600 pounds in the 181s. But you're doing good. Yeah, I started out getting TRT from a clinic. It's just so fucking expensive. If you're getting TRT the legal way and then you look at the prices on UGLs, Underground Labs, you'll shit your pants. I used to pull 550 for reps, Father. Jesus Christ, you did 12 reps with 700 pounds? What the fuck? That's insane. Is the mustache the manliest facial hair? It's pretty alpha. I mean, if you're going to run a mustache, you obviously don't care what other people think. You can't possibly care what other people think if you run a mustache. Sassy Savage has thrown herself at Lenny once again. It's pathetic. She must be on drugs. I don't want to comment on Lenny's recent video. Nothing good can happen. You guys know what I think of Lenny's recent video. You guys know what I think of all of Lenny's videos. Lenny deserves no mention on my channel till he starts doing gym videos and he starts lifting for real. None of this partially moving the bar and going, "Doi, doi, 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 doi." What is that stupid noise he makes? And for Christ's sakes, what's wrong with him? I would never want that guy in my gym. What is that stupid noise he makes? Doi, 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 doi. What a fucking idiot. Chief Stogie says Durrrh. Yeah, that's kind of close to what he says. Lenny's not allowed to film at LA anymore. That's funny. Andrew mentioned something to me about that. He makes the same sound when he gets pegged. That's great. No, I encourage Lenny to do gym videos. He needs to quit bothering people. I didn't see it, so I can't verify this, but I heard in his last video he ran into some female coworkers from his old job and he was somewhat harassing them. I wonder if there's any truth to that. What else did he do? He went to the meat department and asked where the chicken is or something like that. I don't know. I didn't watch it, but heard people message me talking to trash about Lenny all the time. He's just simply said, "Hey, I remember you." Okay, well, maybe that's the truth. Someone messaged me that he was harassing women from his old job. See, that's how things get blown out of proportion. You still giving blood? I gave blood in the beginning of August, so I'm not eligible yet. And I didn't give whole blood. I gave just red blood cells. They separate it and give you your plasma back mixed with saline. Stop the tape. Lenny makes innocent interactions seem creepy and unfortunate. Yeah, he does. I don't know why Lenny tries so hard to be an asshole because he's actually a nice guy. He's actually trying to be an asshole. So it's so fake and he's not good at it. Whoa, we're up to 92 people watching this. What the fuck? You know, those squat videos I made have not hit 1,000 views yet. If any of you guys haven't watched those yet, help me out with the views, bro. Jay, can't you understand Lenny is playing the heel? Yeah, I understand. I guess that used to be my job, but it gets tiring. Very, very tiring being the heel. I don't know what Lenny's deal is. I tell you what, you listen to his breathing, you can tell he's not healthy, so he's got to have massive depression.